I have to kind of hurry up with this, but what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be reviewing the 2010 movie, The Expendables, a movie I've been kind of seeking to watch for a while, and finally got my hands on it on streaming platforms. We finally watched it. Pretty solid movie, very good action sequences, but as always, we're going to talk about the plot and the critical reception. This is a spoiler review. This is a forum. This is where we discuss what happens in these films. But an elite group of mercenaries named the Expendables, who are based in New Orleans, deploys to the Gulf of Aden to save hostages on a vessel from Somali pirates. The team consists of leader Barney Ross, played by Sylvester Stallone, blade specialist Lee Christmas, played by Jason Statham, martial artist Yin Yang, I'm not sure who plays him, military veteran Gunnar Jensen, weapons specialist Hale Caesar, and demolitions expert Toll Road. One of those guys is played by Terry Crews, I can't remember who. Jensen instigates a firefight, causing casualties for the pirates. He then tries to hang a pirate, but Yang stops him when Ross and the team discourage the idea. They're not like super malice people, they just want to save the world and move on, Ross reluctantly discharges him from the team. So yeah, Gunnar gets kicked off the team, and that might raise some consequences later on. Later, Christmas is upset to discover his girlfriend Lacey has left him for another man. So he has an affair. It kind of gets in the way of what they're doing in the group. Ross and rival Trench Mauser visit Mr. Church for a mission. Trench passes. I think Trench Mauser is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trench passes the contract to Ross, which is to overthrow dictator General Garza in Villena, an island in the Gulf of Mexico. And yeah, Ross and Christmas fly to Villena for undercover reconnaissance and meet their contact Sandra, but are discovered, and they're trying to and she's kind of hot, she's kind of attractive, so it kind of creates an interesting dynamic, kind of like a love story, like a friendship love story between Sylvester Stallone her character and her. Oh my goodness, okay. It is revealed that ex-CIA officer James Monroe is keeping Garza in power as a figurehead for his own profiteering operations, while Sandra is revealed to be Garza's daughter, which is kind of an interesting twist in things. And I'm pretty sure Pierre Brosnan is who plays James Monroe, I want to say. He looks like him. Ross aborts, but Sandra refuses to leave Helena. They have to leave because the forces are nearing them and they need to leave, but she can't leave where she's from, that's what... Yeah, meanwhile, Jensen approaches Monroe to help, and Garza is angered further when Sandra is waterboarded by information by Monroe. They're kind of on the same team, but, his daughter kind of creates some conflict when they take her in and they start, torturing her and whatnot. Yeah, he's kind of conflicted here. Meanwhile, Lacey has been physically abused by her new man, so Christmas beats him and his friends, revealing what he does for a living. I don't even know, what would you call that? Does she, an undercover spy? She's got crazy fighting skills. The names of these characters, by the way, is fire. Lee Christmas, that's fire. Yeah. Ross and their group discover that Church is a CIA operative, and the real target is Monroe, who has gone rogue and joined forces with Garza to keep the drug money that funds the CIA to himself. But the CIA cannot afford a mission to kill one of their own directly because of bad publicity. They've gotten a bad name in the press recently, so they can't really afford to, do this whole drug thing. Or they can't kind of deal with this situation. I don't know. Ross meets Tattoo expert and friend Tool to express his feelings. They both kind of have monologues. They both kind of share personal experiences. It's probably one of the better scenes in the movie. It's very... Sylvester Stallone usually plays these very macho, very tough guy characters, but here he seems very vulnerable, and it's very interesting to see that. Tool makes a confession about letting a woman commit suicide instead of saving her, which is kind of messed up, but yeah, I mean, Ross is then motivated to go back for Sandra alone, but Yang accompanies him. He hops in the car, he comes with him. Who would have ever expected Yang to want to go on this mission? He needs money for his family that he doesn't have, but he's had some hilarious moments in this show, in this movie. Jensen and hired men pursue them on the road, ending in an abandoned warehouse where Yang and Jensen fight a second time, which is kind of funny. Ross shoots Jensen when he attempts to impale Yang on a pipe. Well, it probably would have killed Yang. Jensen makes amends and gives the layout of Garza's palace. Yeah, like, as he's dying, he doesn't end up actually dying. He shows up later on in the movie at the end. But he gives him the palace. Or he gives him the palace location, kind of as like a, if you bury me properly and honor me, I'll give you the location type thing. Ross boards the plane with Yang and finds the rest of the team waiting, and they infiltrate Garza's compound. They kind of know the in and out of the whole thing. Thinking Monroe hired the team to kill him, Garza has his soldiers' faces painted, preparing them for a fight, and Monroe kind of like jokes and kind of laughs at him as he walks in. Yeah. The team plants explosives throughout the site, but Ross, while saving Sandra, is captured by Monroe's henchmen. The team saves him and kills the Brit, but is pinned down by Garza's men as Payne wrestles Ross. And I did forget to say, but Stone Cold Steve Austin has a character in this show. It's a very cool cast, honestly. Very interesting. Caesar fights back and Payne escapes. Garza finally stands up to Monroe, ordering him out and returning his money. So, he's not letting him do whatever he wants anymore, like torturing his daughter and stuff like that. Instead, as Garza rallies his men against the Americans, Monroe kills him and escapes with Payne and Sandra. Garza's men open fire against the team, who fight their way through, detonating the explosives and destroying the compound. It's a massive explosion. Toll kills Payne by burning him alive. Payne is Stone Cold Steve Austin's character, while Ross and Caesar manage to escape the helicopter before Monroe can escape. Ross and Christmas catch up to Monroe, killing him and saving Sandra, shooting him a couple times. The throwing knives I thought were really badass in the show. I thought that was such a cool little thing they had going on. Later, Ross gives his mission reward to Sandra to restore Valena. I thought they were going to have the kiss, but I guess Sylvester Stallone has a wife, so I don't know. Maybe that was a conflicting thing. I was honestly surprised that they didn't have like a romantic relationship and that they didn't like move in with each other or something like that, because they seemed to show some intimacy throughout the movie. Which you can still kiss people in Hollywood, if you have a partner. It's kind of a part of the job. Is it not? I don't know. Maybe Sylvester Stallone has a clause where he can't do that. The team is returned home and are celebrating at Tool's tattoo parlor with the recovering and now redeemed Jensen, so he is officially part of the group again, which I thought was really cool. I thought it was cool how they did that with the movie. Christmas and Tool play a game of knife throwing, during which Christmas composes a mocking poem about Tool and throws a bullseye from outside the building. Interesting dynamics. There's some interesting ways these people like to have fun. It is a trilogy, so if you guys think the other two movies are worth watching, please let me know. But I'm just going to be focusing on the standalone films, the original films of these series. Why did I say standalone? That doesn't even make sense. But now we can talk about the critical reception. Excuse me. Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm like super tired today, but this is a pretty critically acclaimed movie. It's been out for damn near 15 years. We can talk about what Rotten Tomato thinks of it. 42%, 210 reviews, 5.3 out of 10. People don't really like this movie that much. It makes good on the old school of action it promises, but given all the action its talent on display, the Expendables should hit harder. I don't really think it should be about good acting. I think it's just an A-list celebrity list. Like, I kind of understand what they went for with this. It's not like all these actors are necessarily gonna be like. It's not like every single actor here is gonna be like an Oscar-winning actor. Like, some of them haven't even won Oscars and they're good actors, 4.5 out of 100 on Metacritic, 35 critics, mixed or average reviews. People weren't huge fans of it. They got a B plus in Cinema Score. I mean, there were some people that really liked the film, though. The body count is high, and the personalities click in this old school testosterone fest. It's filled with literally explosive excitement, and that a who's who of classic action stars light up the screen for pure combustible entertainment and Sly Stallone's The Expendables. It's sort of Dirty Dozen meets Inglourious Bastards and then some. Regardless of time, what you will find is both familiar in its contours and unique in its casting. You know, this has a very generic kind of concept. Like, I will admit that, but like, the cast is great. It makes for a very entertaining. You know, there's great punchlines in this movie. Like, are you nervous? You know, like that's it's iconic. I think. The film is peppered with funny dialogue, epic brawls, and supersized explosions. The Expendables is the adrenaline shot that a summer movie would need. This movie came out in the summer. The film was a lot of unholy fun. 3 out of 5 stars in Empire magazines. More the wild geese than the wild bunch. The Expendables is not a wasted opportunity, but one not fully exploited. For action fans raised on Commando and Cobra, the ensemble cast and 80s styles violence will be pure wish fulfillment, but even they could have wished for something better. Does have that 80s style to it. The action sequences are great. Yeah, some people, labeled it the brain-dead male equivalent of Sex and the City 2. Wow. Some people called it breathtakingly sleazy in its lack of imagination. There's kind of some weaknesses here. My goodness, I'm slurring my speech because I'm so tired. Stallone forgets to include non-spazzy direction, a coherent plot, dialogue that actors can speak without cringing, stunts that don't fizzle, blood that isn't digital, and an animated spirit that might convince us to give a damn. Yeah, I will say that is a big flaw with the movie. The animated blood, they could have thrown some physical effects in there, and that's not that big of a deal, but still. This film is a sadistic mess of a movie. People liked Rourke's performance. I can't remember who Rourke plays. Rourke delivers a monologue about his time in Bosnia. It's Tool, right? And the conviction the actor brings to the occasion throws the movie completely out of whack. What's actual acting doing in a movie like this? That's what I was saying. When I was watching that monologue, I was like, holy shit, man. That's good acting. He's amazing. He's a great actor. Rourke is great. He played Tool, I think. I can go look at the cast real quick. Rourke. Hold on. I'm gonna look through the cast before we end this video. I'm about to end it anyway. Rourke. Yeah, he played Tool. I remember. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke has been in a decent amount of movies. I want to say he was in a band, but I can't think of it. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, GCTV giving you guys the best movie, TV show reviews. I gotta get going to class. I gotta do laundry today, man. But today we are going to figure out a movie to watch, and obviously we are going to be watching The Walking Dead. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, everyone. Stay tuned for streams possibly tonight. GCTV live on Twitch, all lowercase. We might be grinding some My Team on that. So yeah.